All right, Assalamu alaikum, peace. It's Coach Nazir, outstanding personal relationships.
Assalamu alaikum, peace. I'm his wife, Fatimah.
Assalamu alaikum, also his wife, Coach Nyla. And of course, outstanding personal relationships.
We want to just share some information today about polygyny and family meetings and really why that helps to build strong family connections. All right, I mean, that's, at least to us, is very important. And again, we talk about polygyny, talk about raising a family, we talk about, the different dynamics and different units and blended families and so on and so forth. But what works best for us, all right, is meeting at least once a week as an entire family. So let's talk about some of those aspects of what you like best about it.
What I like best about it is that our family gets to see each other, and they get to see us interacting as the grown-ups in the family that are leading the family, So our daughters in this family get to see the wives talking and laughing, and, I think that's powerful for them leading into their future. As women.
And it's not the only time, don't get mistaken.
No,
I mean,
we're busy.
Whether it's at Juma and stuff during the week,
Right.
we block this time out. So everybody knows we all together, just fam, no interruptions, stuff like that. But of course, throughout the week, they see each other and stuff like that. So.
You think?
I thought she was going to continue with what she was saying. So, I love it for a number of different reasons. One is just building that family dynamic. We talked about that before. We talked about building the family dynamic. We actually have questions on that, like, do you guys live in the same house? And people know that we don't. And then it's like, okay, well, since you don't, how do you put everything together? And one of the things is the family meetings. That's what helps us stay on the same page. Of course, we communicate outside the family meetings and things as far as that. However, it's really good to have everybody on the same page. The kids meet, we do a lot of brain building exercise, a lot of leadership building activities and things like that. And it's great to be able to do that in one location because, as we said, we don't stay in the same house.
Right.
So it's good coming together at least once a week. And we actually come together to talk about what else we'll do, family outings, trainings, how the older daughter will be helping out because they're teachers. They're actually professional teachers. So they'll be teaching the other children some other things. So it's just a great way to build a strong family dynamic.
Absolutely, I agree.
And you can kind of keep your pulse on what's going on in the family. I mean, obviously, we need to know what's going on with current events, whether it's around the world, whether it's locally, or just in the house. It's important. I'm thinking about it like this. If you set a goal, like most people don't set goals anyway to begin with, right? And we talk about FAM goals in some of our courses that we have. And that FAM as an acronym. Okay, so they're fun, they're actionable, and they're measurable goals, right? But this is not that training right now. Nevertheless, being able to, most people set goals once a year. They call them New Year's resolutions and stuff like that. And how does that work out? Right. Well, picture you set goals as a family and you check on it 52 times a year.
Right.
All right. So you're making the little adjustments as necessary. For example, my son got into some trouble yesterday after his martial arts class. Well, two of my son, five of them go to martial arts class, 3 in the morning, 2 in the afternoon. So in the afternoon, something happened. We really didn't like it. And we addressed it and stuff like that. Nevertheless, he just finished reading the autobiography of Malcolm X, which if you have not read, why? Right. You can't afford the book. Again, library is free. Get the book, the audio book, whatever you need to do. At least that was pivotal in my life, period, and many others that I've spoken to. So he's already read the book, and we decided today that we're just going to have basically kind of a movie day, but not entertaining movie day, if you will, because again, it's our family meeting. So they just finished watching Malcolm X, so it's like we had to come do this live right after seeing the whole assassination thing. So it's not necessarily the best time to do so. But from that point, now we can have discussion, we can have debate, we can have dialogue, we can talk about his transition, talk about how when he was in front of the camera, him being a man and being assertive and being on point, but most importantly, being authentic with himself with his transformation. So that's important. It's important for my sons to see, my daughters, and it's important for the whole family. I mean, we saw it when it first came out. 92, 27 years ago.
High school.
Whoa.
Yikes.
So with that being said, being able to do these things, so whether it's watching documentaries or listening to different audios, doing last week, there was goal setting exercises that were going on and visualization and so on. So it's really important. We feel it's important because we want to grow a family, we want to grow in the same direction. We want to build, we want to head toward outstanding, not just being average. I remember hearing a quote a while ago saying, average is nothing but the bottom of the top and the top of the bottom. All right, who says it's okay to be average? We don't want to be average. We want to strive for better and more and move intentionally in a certain direction. Now, was it always this way? We always met?
No. We've been very transparent about it not being always this way.
Right. There's a process and steps to really get there, if you will. So any other things you want to hit on?
What I was going to say is that, it's like Coach Nazir was saying, it wasn't always this way. We've all known that, we've all agreed upon that, but our adult children were much younger, and some of the children weren't born yet. So I believe that, and we all believe that it's so important for, if you're going to grow, growth means you have to evolve. So if you know better, you do better, or you should.
Right.
You should have an intention to do better. So the three of us have had the intention to grow, and we all are involved in personal development. This is vital. You have one time to live this life. That's it. So you have to make a decision if you're going to take action to make your family outstanding. And we just decided that this is something that has to happen for these kids. We've always said, polygyny is not just happening to each one of us. We have our individual stories, but it's happening to our children as well. And they're watching us. I'm telling you, these kids are watching us. Your kids are watching you. Your family, the children in your family are watching you. You're the example. So we decided if we're going to do this, we need to be outstanding. So we're still learning though. So people think we just got it. And we've made an intention to continue learning and be teachable, coachable, and spread that knowledge to our children. I just think all three of us are so heavily invested in that.
I understand.
Support y'all.
That's the thing, being consistent and being consistent with the good stuff, because you be consistent with crap and it's just gonna be crappier. So it's just being consistent with the good stuff. And then the thing is, another thing as far as like the family trainings and the family meetings is that we train on a lot of different things, and we talk about leadership, and we talk about Coach Nyla was just talking about how we were watching watching Malcolm in front of the camera, and how he was dealing with different things in the media, that stuff. He was being true to himself and being authentic, and we're teaching our children or our offspring to be authentic and be true to themselves, no matter what the outside world may think, because it's not about the popularity contest, so to speak. It's being true to you. And, so I'm just excited about that. Just thinking about the movie and thinking about the stuff, because I haven't seen it in so long. I've seen it before a couple of times, but I haven't seen it before. Now it's hitting me again, like, yes. Oh my gosh, in a different way, because when you get older, you start seeing things in a different way. So these kids, they see it, but I think they watch it again, and we talk about different things again, they're going to see it from different perspectives. And even after movie or after documentary dialogue, they'll start seeing things in a different way as well, because everybody will have their own pieces that they've taken from it.
Right.
Indeed. I'll give a few quotes. One is Mark Twain said, "Never let schooling interfere with your education." So what we're doing is we are educating. All right. So, and in doing so, we're teaching our children how to think, how to be critical thinkers, how to observe different things. So many of our topics are our family curriculum. We include global white supremacy. I mean, obviously we have to be able to talk about that, even just to understand local politics. With today or last night, a young lady being shot in her home down in Texas by a cop, I think, for a second, in her house, play video games with her nephews, to try to really understand and make some type of sense of that. So whether it's dealing with that, whether it's dealing with, again, racism in general, whether it's dealing with entrepreneurship, moving forward, being positive, self-confidence, public speaking, prepping and being, practicing preparedness with the family. So there's many different topics and ways to go and to grow, whether it's, again, physical fitness or many other different topics. We lay out the different areas, mainly 6 different areas of our lives. And we have our individual goals there, but we also have collectively as the parents, we are the leaders. So we have to move forward and get things done. So prayerfully helped you out. If you are not doing family meetings, whether you're involved in polygyny or not, it's a good idea to start, whether it's just you and a budding family, you and a wife, or you and a wife and 2 children or what have you. Take the time out, recharge, play, be serious when need be, lead the family in the right direction, because obviously you want to go towards being outstanding, because I'm sure average is not going to cut it.
We know. No, I hope you guys had a good time with us. We enjoy coming to you live every week. I know I do. Today is heavier for us because, again, we just got done with the movie, so we're a little melancholy. We're a little melancholy, y'all. It doesn't get easy. It doesn't get easier each time, but.
Indeed. Now, feel free again to connect with us or email. We do get a number of different questions, and some of them require video, so we are working on some videos right now. But if you already know that if you're on our email list, if you're not on our email list, why not?
Yeah, get on.
You want to get plugged with the different blog posts we do and the different private live casts we do. OutstandingPersonalRelationships.com is where you go. Download the 5 keys to developing a fulfilling marriage, especially in polygyny. All right, so OutstandingPersonalRelationships.com, or you can email us, support@OutstandingPersonalRelationships.com. Of course, we have different social media handles, the same thing, Outstanding Personal Relationships, over at YouTube, on a YouTube channel, some other videos. We look forward, again, to connecting with you. Prayerfully, you got some benefit out of today. With that, I'm going to sign off and say, remember, wish changes nothing, but a decision changes everything. Assalamu alaikum. Peace.
And remember, adding value to yourself is always priceless. Thank you all so much for the love and support. Assalamu alaikum. Peace.
Make sure you connect with us. Ask us any questions. Yes. Give us some more content and give you guys what you want for the next live. So until next time, be true, be the best you. Peace. Assalamu alaikum.
Nobody's behind the camera, so I got to go cut the live off. Assalamu alaikum. Peace.
So cute.